Okay, welcome back, folks. Roth here. Alright, mic check, mic check. Alright, so I've swapped over to my primary PC this time, and even though I have both PCs booted up, but we're mainly streaming on the primary PC. So I had to swap the webcam over. I only have like one webcam that I can use at the moment. At least until I would get a second cam, I can probably have multiple things going on for both sides. And here, let's see if I can have the cam open here. Hello. Might be a little too bright there, so might want to adjust the exposure a little bit. We also have a brand new mouse, by the way. Been using this mouse for the past few months. For about, I don't know, maybe 1.5 months. But let me see if I can adjust the exposure. Yeah, this might be a little more correct. So might want to zoom in as well. So yeah, we're gonna be doing some arts. This is also an indicator of when I click left, right there. It's got a mouse wheel that operates correctly now. This is a Logitech 203, I think, whichever model it was. Let's boot up into Scribble. We do some arts. We did, I guess we'll just boot him and then I'll show the image. I think last time we were on this was when we did the Silent Hill F fan art. And even with that, I don't think I even finished it, so... Let's see what picks up here. I also hope that nothing crashes, because I know that there's a Windows update. Just before I clicked to go live, I just saw the Windows icon notifying us that there's an update. So instead of restarting the computer and closing all my windows, decided to go live and open up Scribble. Looks like we got some ads. Oh, there we go. Friend request from a previous player that we played with just last weekend. I forgot that the music is on. I think I'll leave it to no music for now for the game. Artworks. Wow. Definitely have a lot more folks joining in to using this app a lot more. So yeah, this was the previous art that we did. Silent Hill F, Minako. I think that's her name. But let's start a new one. Creative mode. Let me tell you, it's going to be a pretty special one. Great new artwork. Oh, today's also, was it Day of Pink? International Day of Pink. So there may possibly be some pink colors. So this is Scribble. Normally it would be an online Pictionary game that tend to feature from time to time. Usually on the weekends, sometimes midweek, where we take turns with the prompt, and you got to draw that prompt while others would guess it. Guess what the prompt is, and then they do have this creative mode where you can just freely draw. And yeah, this is the canvas. They've updated the UI from over the past like 2 years or so. Simple tools. There's way more basic than even MS Paint, because there's no layer. There's only a single layer, and we have to use mouse. It does have drawing tablet support, but since I don't have one, I'll just stick to just a computer mouse, regular computer mouse. I'm just using the Logitech here that our friend Bunna sent us. So yeah, we're no longer using the iffy wireless mouse that I had previously. So it's a proper gaming mouse, but we're using this for drawing tonight. Simple tools on the left here. It's a brush tool, eraser, paint bucket, simple shapes, and then line tool. Then over on the right, we got the color wheel, selector, transparency bar, eyedropper, color picker, and then preset of solid colors, 3 size brush preset, so you can actually scroll the mouse wheel there, increase brush size, decrease brush size, it's like about the smallest you can go, and the biggest you can go. Undo, redo, clear canvas, and then save button. And down here will be the chat, so let's do, I don't know, I'll just type out welcome. Oh, today's also Unicorn Day, by the way. So happy Unicorn and Day of Pink. Let's see. I'm not sure what I want to title this one. I think I'll do B35 2025. So this is going to be a portrait. I don't know. This may take like a couple nights to do this drawing. And yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take this first night. But I don't know, we'll try it out. Oh, what? Discord from early one. Oh, interesting. So it looks like Discord has this support for this game now, or something, some sort of a overlay thing. Let me see if we can enable Discord. Yeah, hopefully we don't crash. Yeah, we got our music going. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Oh. Okay. So, I'm not sure if there's anything else I'm missing. Oh, I can also put out the slideshow for past drawings. Here, let me see if I can lay down reset color first. Paint tool. It's more of like a peachy. I don't know how you call this color. Like a peachy pink. So I guess we'll start out with this as a background, but you know, I will be trying to adjust the color later on. Oh, I didn't get to update the slideshow for some of the past drawings, but let's see if we can find. Wow, what happened to the sources? I may have to like fix all the sources here for the scene. I don't think I have the past drawings on here. Alright. Oh, here we go. I think I found it. There we go. So up there we'd see a slideshow of past drawings. I'm not sure I want to reposition or anything. I think I'll just keep it to there for now. Double check on that. Okay. Yeah, there's a text underneath it that would show. Here, let me move it down a little tiny bit. There we go. There we go. Yeah. I don't want it too high, too low. And then I'll lock it down. Yeah. So those are past drawings that we did in Scribble, and it's all just Scribble drawings using this app. I'm not sure if that slideshow has been updated yet to include the like the latest drawings that we've done, aside from the Silent Hill F1 that's like unfinished. But we'll see. The top music is playing. I'll probably just have a list of some of the piano covers that I've made, some that are just not like incomplete or just not finished. Some are finished, but you know, it's yeah, just a compilation of a playlist of all the past, maybe not all, but like some of the past piano covers I've done for unboxing videos and whatnot, speed art videos, mostly like, you know, drawings that I've done that I turned into time-lapse videos. But yeah. Alright. Okay, I guess we'll continue on. So I kind of want to base this drawing on someone. Someone whose birthday is coming up soon. So you can get try to figure out the framing of this. So do like a beige. Might not want it to be too on the side here. Let's move it more towards center here. Ba, ba, ba. Not sure if I want to finalize the background that color yet, though. For some reason, I don't know. I think pink is the color to go for. But maybe I'll add more darker colors later on. We'll see. Although it is important to get the purple in. I need to turn off the coffee warmer. Whoa, what up? When I bring the mouse back, it starts to like lag a little bit. Gonna be doing a whole lot of saves throughout this drawing. I feel like I should have finished the Silent Hill drawing first before I start like a new drawing. Oh my gosh. Is OBS starting to lag? So for OBS, I made it so that I swapped out some of the destinations. So I'm using Beam to output to Twitch. I think in 720p, if I recall. So I think YouTube would have the most quality out of the bunch. Twitch, YouTube are the top priority, and all of this would be archived to YouTube side. We're also on Kick, Trovo, DLive, Beam, Soop, and Noise. There was one other platform that I wanted to try to add, so I can forward it from Restream, but maybe I'll save it for another day. Apparently, that one other site, it requires like a different key or something like that it requires like some sort of confirmation, and you have to have like a certain criteria, or even so that you can even begin. Bum, 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 bum. I think starting with the brown color, the hair is it's a good option. It's more of a darker. Do, 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 do. I'm not sure if I want to have the hair parts done right away, but it would help position how the head shape is going to be, though. I like the waves of the hair. Keep having to look over to see if the volume levels are all right. I set the frame rate to 60 FPS, but I think if I reduce the bit rate a little bit, it would have been just fine. I think I can probably do that now too for YouTube side. Otherwise, I think outputting in like 9K, and then 9K bit rate. And then 60 frames is just, I don't know, it may boggle a lot, which may cause like some of the apps to crash. I saw it froze just a little bit earlier, and then the frames were dropping. But hopefully we don't run out of memory or anything while broadcasting. We'll see. Yeah, I think this is pretty good framing for now. Which theme is this one? Oh, this one's the alias theme. Boom, boom, boom. And make every strand of hair. I feel like the hair part is probably the most, probably the one that you gotta make the most details in. Not too sure about the background there. Normally I would have like a circular shape, you know? So like a vignette that would fade. So let's see if we can figure that out. Maybe not so much like a dark purple or anything. Somewhere in between, like maybe like a light purple or something. See how this one looks like. Let's go a little lighter. Ooh. Yeah, maybe like this color or something. Maybe go a little darker with it. keyboard that's like in front of the mouse on the desk there. It's like blocking the cable, the mouse wire. Let's recolor this one. Ba, 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 ba. Oh wow, this one's even lighter. Yeah, I usually tend to go for like a gradients sort of thing. Oh, interesting. I've also set the bitrate a little lower for Twitch side. Since we're forwarding from Beam. Beam is a service that I use now that would mirror the stream across to different destinations, multiple destinations, and which is how I'm able to like multi-stream. So that's one of the two services that I use nowadays. And even though I set it to like 720p, but rather they seem to keep in update windows at this point. Keep updating windows at this point. Okay. Yeah, left. I still have the notification for Windows. I didn't get to restart it to update it. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to close any windows. So I'm just gonna go live and then just I guess ignore the update for the time being. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do that like after we end tonight's stream, since it's like already past like 10 p.m. Already like an hour late than the scheduled time. Like, no, not right now. I don't want to update now. Yeah, this is supposed to be a secret painting session. And I want to finish this in, maybe not tonight, possibly tomorrow, I think. Not trying the A-Pink members? A-Pink? Is that a K-pop group? If not A-Pink, how about Blackpink? I do have to use the color black. Wait, let's not forget to save there. Alright. Yeah, I swapped over to have Twitch forwarded from Beam. Beam is the other service I told you about. And now the Twitch messages are popping up through the Beam chat window instead of Restream that I tend to use more often. Oh, wrong color there. Also, like there's a black splodge in the corner there. Way too strong of a color. Let's see what else. Yeah, I had to separate Soop from Well, I guess Soop would be separated already, because Beam does not support Soop yet, because Soop does not accept forwarding to other destinations or anything. Like, you have to like use your streaming software to, you know, stream directly to Soop, or using like an RTP or RTMP address and whatever servers that you use to stream it. So for some reason, Beam does not support Soop just yet, or vice versa. Soop does not support Beam. Hopefully that gets addressed soon. I feel like they, even though they're still early on, still in their early stage, I want to be able to forward that using Beam service. That way it's easier for me. And I think, I don't know, maybe in the future we'll segue or transition to just using Beam as the newer multi-streaming service. Because Restream is just, they become so limiting now. I can't really continue to use them. They're only considering 2nd gen, but it came after when you stopped. Yeah. What years were they active around? I feel like their name sounds familiar, but I guess like a lot of group names nowadays sound familiar. But I just never hear their songs, you know. But Blackpink is one that I would normally hear a lot of or see a lot of. Even though I don't remember how they sound, how their songs sound. 2011, yeah. I mean, that sounds like was it Red Velvet? Was there another group called Red Velvet? Which reminds me of a film called Blue Velvet. Let's see here. RV is 3rd gen SM. Yeah. That's probably how I recognize and still remember their name, because they were from the SM label. Let's go a little bit darker. Yeah, I haven't really kept up with some of the K-pop. I think after that, I think anything after like 2010, yeah, or even like 2005. I can't remember any new artists that came out. I guess aside from like Classic Y, that was like more of a group, like a co-ed group. But they had like a more jazzy sound, like a jazz fusion pop sound, which was really, really unique, I think, for that scene. Only have like one of their albums. They actually continue to put out more after that, but it's only like years later when they would have more albums and stuff. Even that I haven't really kept up with. Yeah, I mean, back in like the 90s, there were a lot. Some of which I don't remember the name of anymore. Trying to remember. There was one group that they had a female singer, and then they had a bunch of rappers, male vocalists as well. But they were more like a dance group. ᵘᵒ Club. Oh my gosh, I just remembered it. I don't know if you heard of this group. It was back in like the late 90s, like 98, 99, called ᵘᵒ Club. I'm not sure you can find any of their music videos on YouTube or anything, but I'll probably do a search and I'll probably link it later. ᵘᵒ Club, man, I used to see their music videos on the iChannel. there'll be like a K-pop chart show that used to air on iChannel. There were like 2 K-pop chart shows. It's kind of like watching like TRL, except it's not live, it's just pre-recorded in California. And they would showcase like the latest K-pop and you know, like do like a top 10 or something, top 20, I think. Oh, the other show was called like something top 20. I used to record like episodes of it late at night, but I wouldn't stay up because it's gone. It would air on a school night, so I'd program the VCR to record it on VHS, and then I watch it the next day. Sometimes it would activate the VCR, and the VCR is in my parents' room, so 2 a.m. is when it starts. Either 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. I forget what times, but I guess once we had like a time, it was called daylight savings time, and then it would air at like 2 a.m. our time. Like one of the episodes or 2 of the episodes would not record, because I assume when the VCR starts to power up itself up after I program it, I guess someone must have woken up and just like turned the VCR off or something, because they didn't realize that I had it set to auto record. So I remember one of those episodes when I came back from school, I checked the VHS tape, rewound the tape, like, what? How come it didn't record? So I missed out on that one episode or whatever. But yeah, there's like that too. Like, you gotta stay on top of that stuff. But yeah, being a K-pop fan is like, it's not easy. Especially back in those days. Try to record and stuff. ᵈᵒⁿᵗ? No. Let's see. Type it out here. I don't know if this is gonna be viewable. Young Turks Club. Let me check here. Hopefully it shows up. You know, let me see if you can type into Beam Chat. I don't know why Beam Chat does not forward the messages over to the actual platformers, or the actual platforms that it's meant to go through. Young Turks Club. But if it doesn't go through, then I'll have to type it out through the actual chat. Let me see. Oh. Yeah, Young Turks Club. That's the one. Bum 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 bum. There you go. Hopefully that went through. Like this is gonna take a while to finish. Wait a sec. Let me check something real quick. Bum 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 bum. Cat Jam. I guess I don't have my Cat Jam emote anymore. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right. Let's go back. Start adding the dark parts. Which I want to do like a do the hat. When you remember, you mostly use VHS recording for special shows during evenings or late night talk shows. Yeah, I recall you guys mentioning, you know, like recording, you know, Saturday Night Live or you know, or something like that, something to that degree. But man, but have you ever tried to do? So I don't know if your VCR had that feature. It was only available on some VCRs, where you can just like time the VCR to record at a certain time, and all you had to do is just have it set to like even like set it to stop recording. So you can program the VCR to start the recording at this certain time and then have it automatically stop at another time, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool little feature. I still have that same VCR too. It's a Panasonic. And yeah, as long as you have the timer or the internal clock set correctly, you can you know, you can program it to stop at a certain hour and stuff. You remember if there's any function like that? I think we did manually. Oh, okay. Yeah, manually would be the regular way. But yeah, since you know, you know, those K-pop shows, they would air at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., or 1 to 2, I guess. You know, I'm not able to stay up that late on a school night. But yeah, we had to like program it. So once I realized I could do that, I was like, wow, yeah, that is, and that's just like further just playing around with like VCR and just like being more used to using it, just learning about the features and stuff. And so I figured that out on my own. Like even my dad didn't know how to do like program like a scheduled timer record, you know. Like I have to figure that out on my own without even a manual, without even like a pamphlet to read that you can actually do that. I just learned it on my own, like just figuring out the buttons and stuff as I normally would. But yeah, those were some times, man, like learning how to use a machine and finding out that there's like features that you never even realized was even a thing until you actually try it. Didn't know K-pop shows was even a thing. Late nights. Oh, you know, the scene from online forums. Yeah. No, it was definitely a thing. It wasn't just like K-pop. There was another show that would air like a lot of Eastern music. Like they would cover like Hong Kong, Cantonese, Japanese as well. You know, a lot of artists from that side of Asia, like the Eastern Asia stuff. And there was even a show that was like covering Thai pop too. It was called I Am Sam. Oh no, it was called I Am Siam. I Am Sam is the film, the really sad film. But the show, the Thai pop show was called I Am Siam. Siam standing, it means Thailand, or it means Thai. Yeah. So when they say Siam, that's Thai. So yeah. Yeah, I Am Siam. Let me see if we can type that out real quick. Yeah, this was the old Thai pop show I used to watch. I Am Siam. They sometimes would have like artists come aboard to guest star in the show, and they interview them about their latest album and stuff. So I remember J.R. Voy was brought over to the stage. It's just like I don't know. By stage I mean like, you know, the set. They were brought onto the set, and they were just talking about their latest album, and that album was called The Virus. It's called Virus. I still have that album on cassette tape. And again, like I feel like I should bring over like all my old media and just just talk about them. I'll probably mention again once I bring those cassette tapes on for like a show and tell. Yeah, I'll probably do like a show and tell and talk about all the CDs that I have, maybe not all, but like a bunch of the CDs. I was thinking to do like a trance, showcase all my trance CDs, maybe some vinyls, bring in some vinyls. Yeah. It's either going to be Y2K or under the Hall section. But we'll see, I don't know. If I can get it all organized, I can probably, And again, I need to make room in this room, especially in this corner, because there's a bunch of boxes behind me. And the boxes have been sitting there for like over a year. I don't know for how long they've been back there, but it's just a bunch of I guess I can just call them junk, but they're mostly like collectibles and media. Just behind me, it's like Blu-rays, video games, music. So I don't have cam on anymore. Well, I don't have cam facing me, because for one, there's just a bunch of stuff back there, just unorganized, boxes on top of boxes. Like there's still like PAX East memorabilia that's back there that I haven't really stocked away. But then also I only have like one cam, which is like in use right now for the desk cam stuff. But yeah. From mags to music to nostalgia day. Is there a nostalgia day? I need to look it up to see if there is a nostalgia day. I'm pretty sure there probably is. It probably is. I'm not sure, but I'm probably half sure that there may be nostalgia day. Not that there is record store day that's coming up. I think this Saturday, in a couple of days, record store day. I know, right? Yeah, no, only yeah, I do kind of miss doing like the face cam stuff. But I don't know. Maybe when the Switch 2 comes out, I feel like there's gonna be more people making use of their camera. And just attaching that camera to the Switch that would be one way to broadcast our face. I think that's what Nintendo wants us to do. It's like they want to see who is playing their games. They want to see how old we are. That's why they're bringing back the cameras again. It's funny. I've seen some people like their reactions to the Switch 2 and when they showcase the camera stuff, like they didn't realize when they rewatched like the Wii U announcement and stuff, they didn't realize that the Wii U gamepad also had a camera. The Wii U gamepad had a camera. It was for video chat. Keep on bringing back like old Nintendo systems to further rant. But yeah, there was Wii U video chat once upon a time that barely anyone used. I used it like once or twice with another friend who also owned a Wii U, and that was the last time. That was the last time we used it. But it had this like pretty looking transitions when you either log on and log off, and my friend was like laughing at it, how like you see like these sparkling transitions animation when you log off. He's like, huh. It's like chuckling right as we ended the convo. I was like asking him, what are you laughing about? Because it all looks so pretty and stuff. Yeah. The big flaw about the Wii U video chat was that it's all you can do is just the video chat, one-to-one video chat like a conference call, but it would have been nicer if you can do that while you're playing a game or while you're browsing your Wii U main menu, or at least, you know. But you have to open the app, and then you can only use that app, you know, one instance at a time. So it's not like it was not like Xbox One where you can have it all in the background and stuff. So it would have been a nice way to voice chat while you play. Like ᵈᵒⁿᵗ, I guess ᵈᵒⁿᵗ already had voice chat built in. It was just that iteration. 3rd gen was like the only time you can actually do voice chat, along with keyboard support. And then after that, we no longer have voice chat built in with the game. At least until it came out on PC, and that was, you know, that was the way. Yeah, exactly. What's the point of having a camera, right? I guess to test out technologies and I don't know, show off what the Wii U could do at the time. The quality was okay. It was pretty decent. But it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like HD or anything. Maybe it was, but at this point, I don't even remember anymore. But I don't know. It was just like a typical like Skype call on your Wii U, you know. And you can just use your gamepad and you just move it around. I was like showing off my collection too, my friend, because he hadn't seen my collection at the time. So I was like moving the Wii U gamepad around. It was portable, and that's the thing too. You know, it's like having like a one-to-one video chat on the phone. So it's around a time when like what do you call it on the Apple devices? FaceTime? It's kind of like having a FaceTime convo, except on the Wii U Nintendo system, you know. And you can't even do it on a DS, DSi, or 3DS, because there was no app for it. It's weird that the handhelds, the DSi and the 3DS, were capable of like a photo app, like a camera app, photo app, and you can edit those photos on there and stuff. But when it came to the Wii U, it's like when you only have the video chat, but you don't have like a photo camera app, which is strange. Even though, you know, like it seems like it could be capable. Like you can probably do like selfies and stuff, but like there's no dedicated photo camera app on the Wii U, which would have been nice, but you know, I guess they did have like a photo viewing app, but that's about it. Like you can view your screenshots from like the Wii, and I guess you can swap out the SD cards from the 3DS and stuff and view it on the Wii U. But yeah, there weren't much else, I think, when it comes to like image or camera. And then they closed down the service. It's like, what? I guess because like less and less people realized it was a thing, and there weren't many people using the feature, you know. But it was, you know, it was a thing. Let me get an optional camera you don't need to pay. Use online. 3 other players has 5 frame or something. Yep, that's how they do it. That's where they get you. Yeah, it was just funny to see my friend's reaction when we were using the video camera. And he had never seen my collection, my movie collection, my game collection and stuff, so like I was like moving the gamepad around and adjusting it so that he can see it. But the camera wasn't like, it wasn't the best camera or anything. Like even with low light for the room, it was like still kind of hard to see. So I had to move the camera really up close to get the you know, get a better view of, you know, which game is which and stuff while they're sitting on the shelves. So how's your playthrough of Last of Us so far, bud? So you've been posting screenshots. I know that the new season of Last of Us is it's gonna be releasing sometime this weekend. I think it's this weekend. Last of Us Season 2. Imagine most folks are probably getting to rewatch Season 1. Season 1 was pretty good. But I think they're probably going to go by the episode per week sort of scheduling. And luckily, they'll release on Sunday and not like a day where I would miss it. I've got what day that they released it last season, the first season, I mean. But it almost feels like I'm watching Walking Dead again, where it's like on a Sunday night that they release a new episode. Been good so far? You didn't play much, honestly? Interrupted by Discord and lifestyle, okay. Still in the intro part, okay. Have you watched the show yet? Also, is that Last of Us Part 1 or Part 2 that you're playing? I'm only familiar with the first game. Not much after that. I don't think I've seen anything with the second game. I might have seen a couple small things here and there, but I don't remember much of it, or what the story was. You know, what was happening with the story. You seen the first season? All right. Yeah, they did a pretty good job with the first season. Playing Part 2 because you never played the sequel. Sold the PS4 before the game came out. I think you waited to play Battlefront. Yeah. Oh, let me check something real quick. Supposed to. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Here's how long you had to wait to play Part 2. It was mostly the reason you own PS4. Not much use out of it. Yeah. I think for me, if I did own, or I wouldn't say it's like an upgrade from PS3, but the one usage I would get from it would still be like the Blu-ray player, the Blu-ray player portion of it. And that's about it, I think. I don't know. But there's not many games on there that I really intend to play. I guess aside from like ᵈᵒⁿᵃ. I do like the look of the system though, the way to design it. And then I realized like the PS5 would be somewhat backwards compatible, or is it not? Like I haven't really kept up to date with like some of the PlayStation stuff. And then when I found that they closed down the PSN for the PS3, it's like, you know, I think from then it's like it's game over for that system. In a way, I sort of regret not connecting my system, my PS3 online in time to you know, to download all the things. Like even the alternate account that we had, remember? The account that we shared. I didn't get to download all the skins and stuff, all the free games that they gave out due to the outage that one time. Outage and also the security issue that they had. ᵈᵒⁿᵃ was on PS. I think it was on PS5, but like I'm guessing I'm just mixing both of them together. Now thinking about it, it's on PS5, but I don't think it was on PS4. But in general, I feel like the backwards compatibility for both those systems, I think, I don't know, it might be worth owning PS4 for the backwards compatibility. And then I don't know if like a lot of the PS3 titles would carry over to the later systems or not. But that's a game that I would definitely want to play. ᵈᵒⁿᵃ. There's a lot of cool like cameos and references in that. It sort of brings me back to like Little Big Planet times when we used to play Little Big Planet together. I didn't get into Little Big Planet 2. But man, I had like 2 copies of that game. I think I don't know where I left one of my copies. Either at a friend's house or something. And then I just hadn't played it since then. It's been a long time. You seen ᵈᵒⁿᵃ? Major nostalgia trip? Yeah. The team that made it, I think they were previously the Japan studio, like what do you call it, like a Sony Japan or something like that. Like it was that studio, and then they formed into like a different studio, more independent, and then yeah, they came up with that game called Astro Boy, making use of the little tech demo that they had for the previous system. Decent game, but you didn't like that it won the award. I understand, because the awards winning is like always more about circumstances and message at the time. Yeah, I think I think they definitely deserve the win, because they put a lot of you know, a lot of effort, a lot of heart that reminded people of, you know, those past IPs. You know, Katamari. There's like a little cameo of Katamari. There's even ᵇᵒⁿᵃ. The ᵇᵒⁿᵃ's in there. All the different IPs that ever appeared on, like, you know, the platforms, the PlayStation platform. So dating back all the way since the first PlayStation, you know. So some of those IPs from back then would come back to appear in this one, but not like, more as like a suit, you know, like a little reference nod to that certain IP. But yeah, like, you know, Katamari and stuff like that, you know, it's a cool little nod. And now, like, we finally get a brand new Katamari game that is for mobile. For mobile, of all places. But Yeah, slowly but surely, I think we might get like a full-fledged brand new Katamari soon. Who knows when? Ape Escape, yeah. Konami's in on it. You know, you get Solid Snake, Ape Escape, Jak and Daxter, yeah. Like all those past IPs, Twisted Metal, all the old IPs that Sony forgot. They sort of make a return in ᵈᵒⁿᵗ. It definitely seems like something that I would expect from like a Super Mario Galaxy 3. Like I would rather have like a Super Mario Galaxy 3 and have it all like take place in space. You know, you go from planet to planet, and I feel like that's how they sort of portray ᵈᵒⁿᵗ. Like you go from planet to planet. I just realized that this is like somewhat similar to the previous drawing that I did. You might see it pop up in the corner. But don't let her know. Yeah, this is supposed to be a secret painting session. Hopefully the person that we're painting won't see this. I think eventually she'll see it, but I don't want her to see it yet. Well, like as we're working on it. Yeah, it's a you can say that. You can say it's a Mona Lisa. But we gotta keep on a down low. Gotta keep on a down low, but it's just an updated version, I guess. Yeah, I was looking through some of my old some of the old artwork that I did, like a lot of the anime characters and stuff. Some of my old sketchbooks. I feel like I need to gather some more so I can, you know, showcase some of those old drawings on video. There's gonna be a lot of mouse clicks for this one. Now, do you have the proper drawing tablet? Yeah. I think the process would probably be a lot faster, but probably would still have the same results, even if I did. The result would be the same, but like I think the time it takes to get there, you know, would be cut in half. I bet, maybe even more, the more I get used to it. But I think I'm fine with just the mouse. Like it's just, with mouse it's just like direct, you know, cursor to the spot that I want to place the mark at. Although I feel like with tablet, I would have to like look at the tablet, like especially when it's like a screen. I don't know how to call those kind of tablets that have a screen on it. Or even if it's just like a basic one where it's just like a touch screen. Or I don't know, I don't know what terms they call that type of tablet, drawing tablet. I mean, even if it's like a tab that doesn't have like the proper like monitor screen on it, like the more affordable ones. There's some different like features in here and there, depending on which tier tablet. I don't know, I feel like it would feel more natural to use that. Like I can probably, let's say I bring back the Wii U tablet, the Wii U gamepad. That's what we're supposed to call it. Let's see, bring back the mouse over here. So like, say the Wii U gamepad. I need to zoom out on this or something. Wii U gamepad would have like a stylus on the back. Gotta pull it out. It would feel natural to hold it like a pencil. Hold the stylus as a, you know, like a stylus or a pencil, and then, you know, just like to do that. But then there would be like the other tablet that had like the monitor built in, you know, big monitor. I don't know what size resolution or how the size is for modern drawing tablets now that has a built-in monitor, but I assume it'd be like HD at least. And then I don't even have to look at my other monitor. I would have like 3 different monitors to look at, maybe even 4 if I add another monitor. But that monitor tablet would just be its own separate monitor, where I'd have to like look down at it, you know, and just like focus on that drawing and then draw it out. So anyway, I feel like it's like even having the Miiverse experience and spending a whole lot of time just like jotting down pixel by pixel for those Miiverse drawings, that was something, you know, that was something to experience, I feel, in terms of like, you know, drawing digital art. But I guess at the same time, you know, like compared to like traditional art, where it's just like a simple sheet of paper, pencil, pen. I haven't done that for a long while. I feel like I need to bring back like Inktober or something to do that sort of thing. You know, that is the old way of doing things. But then like, you kind of want to, I guess this day and age, where it's like the age of the internet, you do want to post your drawing online and stuff some way, which is why we would have to like scan the image. It was like a traditional piece. You want to scan the image or snap a photo of it with your phone or something and then post it to social media or your website, Tumblr or something, you know. Although I feel like Tumblr is not a great place nowadays. I feel like most folks have escaped from Tumblr due to their change in policy. But yeah, yeah, Tumblr. That's, you know, that's what we used to use, right? Tumblr artists. I remember when remember a time when everyone was on the Tumblr bandwagon. I used to just like I still post on Tumblr, but I usually just share my my time-lapse videos on there. It's just relinking the YouTube and spreading that YouTube video towards the Tumblr. And I used to post like animated GIFs on there. People use that for GIFs. Yeah, they still use it for GIFs. I think that's initially where I would post my my old GIFs from like 2015 and onwards. One of my most popular posts on Tumblr was this animated GIF that I captured of the Terminator 2 teaser, where the ᵇᵈᵃ or the endoskeleton would continue to loop, like a perfect loop animated GIF of the teaser when they're building that endoskeleton, ᵇᵈᵃ, which was only seen in the Terminator 2 Judgment Day teaser that states that the film was coming out in June or July. I think it was like June, 1981, somewhere around there. I remember seeing that old teaser in some of the old VHS tapes. I forget which VHS tape though. But they used to play the trailers before the actual movie starts on the old VHS that we would rent or buy. Places people post art nowadays. There was a time when like TikTok was huge, was doing it huge for artists. Like there were some that just hopped on TikTok. I guess that's when like TikTok started getting popular. And then when I guess like they must have gotten like a big following just for posting like speed art videos over on TikTok. And that's essentially what I've been doing over there too. But it would get views, but I don't really get much like of a following over there though. And like typically like once you get big on TikTok, you have to stay on TikTok. You can't move from that platform. The audience there would not want to move from it. They'd rather stay on TikTok. So even if you have like a YouTube page and stuff, like it's best to stick to the TikTok audience. Continue putting out videos for TikTok audience, you know. And I guess vice versa. There's like an audience out there, even for YouTube. I feel like you know, people want to watch you on YouTube and nowhere else. You know, same thing for Twitch. People only want to watch you on Twitch, but not nowhere else. But then I guess there's like a small percentage where they're more adjustable, because maybe they already have accounts on some of those other platforms, even some of the more obscure ones. I know our friend CJ or ZJ that would hop in sometimes. Like they would hop around between like DLive to Kick to Twitch sometimes, not so much to Kick, and then they would also go to YouTube sometimes. It's like, what? You are everywhere. But yeah, you know, there's always like a, you know, people that, you know, just they want to stay in one place. You know, they don't want to have like multiple accounts or anything. But other than TikTok, there's Blue Sky now, which I'm sure you heard of. I think I'm following on there. Blue Sky is it's building up. It's definitely building up. I think ever since Elon Musk or whoever it was that announced that Twitter or X was taking up, like, any images that are posted on there would be scanned through AI methods, and then making use of your art, your images, your photographs that you upload in use for AI stuff. You know, ever since they announced that, a majority of folks moved over to Blue Sky, and they've been getting a whole lot more interactions on Blue Sky, more so than they ever had on Twitter. You know, in the whole lifetime of using Twitter, they've gotten way more likes, way more retweets over on Blue Sky in a single post than any of their posts over on Twitter. You know, because now Blue Sky is like the fresh new thing. You know, maybe a little too fresh, where like people don't believe that it's gonna take off or anything. But it's you know, every platform takes time to take off. You just gotta start using it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think that's my suggestion, is that if people wanna have like an alternate to Twitter, I think Blue Sky is the way to go. And plus, there are some other services that would allow for a way to view or format how the site looks to look like another site. So if you're moving from like Instagram or Threads, there's another service that would reformat Blue Sky pages to look more like Instagram and or Threads, since those two are sort of like, you know, connected. They're owned by the same company and stuff. But yeah, Threads would be another one too, but even Threads uses AI stuff, so I think it's best to avoid that platform. Threads the only one you hadn't signed up for? Yeah, I'm not sure it's even worth. There's some funny posts on there, but I don't know. There's some accounts that I do follow on there. Like they've made their move over from Twitter to Threads. Like during the whole, you know, everyone's just like looking for another platform to move over to. But I'm not sure if I don't think I even kept up with what's happening over there. I barely get to log on to look through Threads. There's just so much nowadays. There's way too many platforms to keep up with.
They're hunters, and then they're
monster hunters. Who is that? Is that Marzi? Marzi, welcome in. Thanks for the raid. Welcome back to Twitch, by the way. Marzi's a friend of ours. Let me see. Who I've met through Twitch Sings. Yeah. Twitch Sings. How do you call it? Like Twitch Sings alumni. Here, let me send you a shout out real quick. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Oh my gosh, there she goes. I feel like I need to resize that real quick. So there's a sample clip there.
My scratching out the holes in your head. My scratching at the holes in your head.
I think it's this one. Oh, there we go. Oh, I just found the exact source to resize that, so I may have to adjust that later. Yeah, I'm trying to adjust the settings for Sidekick. That's the service I'm using for the shoutout stuff. So it actually selects like a random clip to play from the channel, and then displays it for streams. So that's pretty neat. I know I just chose like yeah, that's like a typical kind of songs that you would find over on Marzi's channel. There you go. I think that was like it was not part of Twitch Sings. I think it was like, you know, just a regular karaoke stream. But yeah, there's a lot of folks from that era, like 2000s to, yeah, mostly like around 2020. I meant to say, not 2000s. That was like the prime era of like the Twitch Sings community. Such a great time. I do miss it a lot. Almost every day I think about Twitch Sings. whenever I'm live, I was like, man, I miss those Twitch Sings days. But yeah, hope you're doing well. How'd your stream go? Yeah, not often do we get to do art, but there's someone's birthday coming up, and yeah, I just want to get this in time for this special day. But if you know who it is, do not speak of her name. We must keep it on a down low. In a couple of days, she will get to see it. Yeah, there's a little slideshow there that would feature some of the past art that we've done, most of which are based on shows, movies, sometimes video games. Not only do we do art, but I tend to do a lot of video games, mostly Nintendo, some Nintendo stuff, some indie horror here and there. And yeah, once in a while we'll get some art in. I wanted to do like some music streams as well, but not so much singing, but like more on the production side of things. Like there's some music that's playing in the background now that's like cover songs, like piano cover songs that I made. Mostly for the time-lapse videos for the art stuff. But yeah, but we want to get back to like, you know, doing more of the creative side of things. At least that's what we did when we first streamed on the platform. It was actually music making or music production. But yeah, we've been streaming for a long while. I think going about like 17 years, close to 17 years. I think coming May. But yeah, I'm planning to do some more Mario Party stuff, I think throughout May again. So usually around May time is when we have our Streamiversary celebration. And yeah, we're gonna be hitting the 17th Streamiversary. Started back on the Ustream days, Block TV, Stickcam, Justin TV, and then transitioned our way to Twitch. Oh my gosh, the cold character. Yeah. Man, it's sad that we had to delete all our clips. I guess they would just automatically delete everything from the category. And like a playlist of like Twitch Sings stuff, where it's just specifically Twitch Sings. And then they're all just like erased from existence when they shut down the service. I actually still have Twitch Sings app installed on the old partition. If I were to hook up the old computer again and the old hard drive, I would still have that full, whatever the latest version of Twitch Sings was, still installed on that old hard drive. Now I always wonder, like, has anyone ever find a way to like allow Twitch Sings, the app, to really boot up as if it's like still online and stuff? Like, that would be awesome. I think if the code was released on GitHub or something to somehow have it pop up, or somehow have it like up and running again, that would be awesome. Because I don't know if anyone amongst the Twitch Sings community has made a way, or even have recorded all the instrumentals for the songs. Because I feel like I would have done that if only I had, you know, the time and the space, the storage space to record them. Hey there, Josh, welcome in. Josh, or from YouTube. Oh, there's the Grinch. Josh, I thought you were recording some videos. Unless you've already recorded those videos. Josh is an old friend of ours. Does a lot of YouTube stuff. Check out his channel, The Bit Block. The Bit Block, one word. Covers a lot of Nintendo stuff. Josh, we're doing some art tonight. A little portrait of a lovely lady. It's a secret though. But I think keen-eyed viewers might know who she may be. Going down now. Had to run for groceries. Yeah, that's what you said the first time. What's stalling ya? Groceries first? Yeah. I guess it's important to get those groceries done, right? Groceries. Make sure the dogs are fed. Oh, Pet Day I think is coming up soon. Pet Day, National Pet Day I think. Come Friday I think. Oh, I also made a chiptune version of this song. This is based on Ilia's theme from Twilight Princess, Legend of Zelda. Doggies are tucked into bed. Oh. Food is put away. Finish your list of topics. Heading down to film. Nice. Oh, I forgot to check whether or not I have follow remote only. We've been getting a lot of spam over on Twitch, so I tried to reduce that by turning on follower mode on. Yeah, I'm just gonna check real quick. Okay. All right, I have it off. Yeah, those spam bots, they tend to go around. I'm not sure if I would be able to finish this drawing tonight though, but we'll see. Try to get as much done as I can. Already it's like midnight. Yeah, it's already like past midnight. Tiger. It's my old Nokia Lumia. So Mario Kart Direct is coming up on the 17th of April. I'm gonna detail more on the upcoming Mario Kart game, Mario Kart World. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that particular entry. I really hope that they put in that mission / story mode. Man, putting so much on the hair. I haven't even started on the face yet. Oh, I haven't been saving. Oh my gosh. Let's see how far it works. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man. Oh yeah. I guess we'll show some of the past drawings that we've done so far. So this Scribble that we're using, it's a free to download app. You can grab it on Switch. I tend to feature this from time to time for the past like few years, 2021 onwards. And it's basically an online Pictionary game. So you can see some of these doodles here. I drew BoJack Horseman. Pillow fight was the prompt for this one, so I drew like a couple pillows there. Some nachos. It was back in April 6th, a few days ago. Those game consoles, so I drew like a little GameCube here. Dill for pickle. Yeah. But then they also have like an art mode, so you can just freely draw whatever you want to draw. Yeah, these were some of the past drawings. Tear, ear. I keep drawing this witch hat for some reason. Baboon. It's a fun little mini game. Sunglasses. Squirtle. These would typically be how the drawings would look like in the game mode. A little Sphinx. But yeah, this was like the last big upload that I did for February. Hard Eyes Killer from the horror film. But yeah, quite a few drawings, but you'll see them in a slideshow. Oh my gosh. Not sure if I want to add the hat just yet. But it's supposed to be like a hat like that goes through here. Or I can choose not to put the hat at all. But then if I don't have the hat, it won't be as unique from the previous drawing. Well, I think the that should be like somewhere down here. Alright, just gonna do that for now. Alright, let's see if we can get the facial features up. Just making some little lines here and there. Kind of miss Endless Ocean now. This was a tune that I made for Endless Ocean, based on the theme that's heard in the first game. I think after that raid, I feel like I need to check the sound settings again. Let's see how loud the clip footage was. Probably, yeah, I think the sound levels might need to be adjusted. But it was likely louder than how our streams usually are. Let's see. It has to be somewhat over here. Gotta be careful with the lines here. The eye here should be a little bit higher. Whoop. That's very bright, right? I have to figure out the exact color of the lipstick here. Seems more of a like a pinkish color, like a magenta or fuchsia, how do they call it? But yeah, today is also Day of Pink Day. I think it's just called International Day of Pink. May have to get back to this part soon. Oh, this is a good shade here. Not sure if I should fill in any of the shade at the top here, since I feel like it's going to be like covered by the hat anyway, so maybe I'll just like, I don't know, continue with the rest of the face here. Gotta go really light though. Kind of harsh colors around the nose here. I want to see the most in the Mario Kart Direct. Yeah. It's story mode. I'm not sure about the modes, but I definitely want to see. Maybe they shouldn't show too much. I kind of want to keep some of it to like a surprise, you know, by the time that the game comes out. But there definitely needs to be more content, you know. They need to show us the reason why the game would cost that much, you know. They need to definitely show more than just, you know, riding around freely and stuff. Free roaming road, or aka what I expected before they even revealed Mario Kart World, was the whole sightseeing. I even made a clip of it. So during Mario Day, so that's like basically like a month ahead of the reveal of Mario Kart World, I was like mentioning about like we could have like a sightseeing mode where you can snap photos and stuff. And then when they revealed that, I was like, wow, you know, they actually added the exact feature that I wanted to see. But it can't just be that, you know, it has to be a lot more. So having like a full-on story adventure, maybe calling it adventure mode, is probably the more descriptive way that I wanted them to go. Either story / adventure mode. I would love for them to go that route, you know. They need to improve, you know, more of that aspect, you know. Adventure / story. Maybe make it a little more like Diddy Kong Racing. I also see how they could quote unquote level up the multiplayer aspect and make it similar to how Ubisoft had the crew. The crew was another one where it's like you're racing with a group, and then you go off to take on missions in this open world. If folks hadn't seen the crew yet, check out that racing game. You don't have to play it, but like you can probably check out like the trailer or some video footage of other folks playing it. It's essentially like a racing game where it's open world. It's probably one of the first racing franchises to even do that. It's called The Crew. It's the way it's spelled, and that does open world pretty well. But the whole thing about like microtransactions and stuff sort of ruins it. So yeah, hopefully Nintendo doesn't do that. I kind of see it in that sort of way, like Mario Kart World would go that way with how the crew did. And you can just roam around like offline, and then you can just jump online, or even just stay offline and just accept the missions as you reach different areas and stuff. Maybe we get to earn some sort of a currency, and with that currency we can probably like go shopping or something, further upgrade our vehicle, unlock more vehicles, you know, skins for your character or characters. I've got where I read Oh, I think they were interviewing like Doug Bowser, who is the president of Nintendo right now. Something about like them wanting. I forgot who it was that mentioned it, and who was being interviewed, and who was the interviewee or interviewer. I mean, where they mentioned something about like wanting to put like a second player, like almost bringing back like Double Dash features back in. What else? But they couldn't somehow. I think I briefly read through that article, not through it, but like I read a little excerpt of it, where they were thinking to bring back some Double Dash features, where it's like 2 players on a single cart. But I don't know how that's gonna work though. imagine having that return. I don't know. I don't know if that would work out if they do that. But yeah, no. I just hope that there's just more to do besides just, you know, the whole multiplayer. You know, there needs to be more than just that to justify the $80. I feel like even with the $80 for launch price, the updates that come after, assuming that there would be updates, more tracks, more courses through waves, you know, how they did with 8 Deluxe, assuming that they're going to go that route again, waves, character skins, added characters with each wave, playable characters, I mean, possibly, you know, increasing the roster. I don't know how many characters there were in Smash Brothers Ultimate, possibly like over 100 or something, who knows. If they can go that route with Mario Kart World, I think that'd be awesome. Announce like more characters for the next, for you know, upcoming Mario Kart World, you know, each direct or something, you know. I can definitely see that being a big thing. Almost as big as how, like, you know, people get hyped about like Smash Brothers reveals, you know, for the roster and stuff. I can definitely see that being a thing. But then, like, I guess if they keep it to just the Mario universe, it might not be as hype. I think if they were to announce like third-party characters, playable characters like Mega Man, I know it's supposed to be like Mario universe, but if they start adding like, I don't know, a variety of different characters like that, that's gonna get people hyped. It may or may not, you know, end up being like the Mario Kart that we thought it would be. It may just start becoming like Smash Brothers Kart or Super Smash Kart in Mario Kart World. So I guess now knowing the title, it's Super Smash Kart World. Super Smash Kart World, I don't know. But I think what they revealed so far, you know, it's just characters that's within the Mario universe. See them introducing DLC world map after a year. Yeah. I could see them introducing new courses within the year. Within 6 months even. I don't know. We'll see how the game is like by November or December. I'm pretty keen that they may announce like more courses to be added in like a wave 1 sometime like December or something. I don't know, we'll see. But in the year's time, it sounds like, you know, that there could be like a wave 2 by then. But yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to what they have to offer. I just hope that there's a lot of content, you know, to justify the 80. From the get-go, and not just having for us to, you know, racing mode, who knows if there's a battle mode at all, you know? you know, from the get-go. Like, a lot of that content needs to be there from the start. Like, why do we have to wait for DLC? Why couldn't they just have it right at launch? $80. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the process they're gonna go about it. I just expect that there's gonna be you know, put out waves, another row of cups, you know, underneath that one we saw during the treehouse. Can't wait to race as ᵄᵈᵃ and the ᵈᵒ. Yeah. Yeah, they look terrific. I like to see more. You know, I don't know if I've seen the entire roster yet, but having a playable ᵈᵒ̗ I think would be neat. Any of the classic characters returning, I think, would be awesome to see. So I'd be down for ᵈᵒ̗. ᵈᵒ̗ has returned to be playable in Jamboree, Mario Party series. Oh my gosh, that's a big dark spot there. Let's go for a lighter. Yeah, seeing I think for that direct, I was expecting to see, like, I don't know, I was hoping to see like a new wave race or something. But then I guess since Mario Kart World is gonna have watercrafts, so your vehicle just automatically turns into like a watercraft when you're riding on the water. I feel like there may not be any reason at all to even have a wave race, a brand new wave race. But then I guess there's, you know, Blue Storm that may arrive to the GameCube app. Just as how they're bringing F-Zero GX to the GameCube app. There's gonna be a lot of exciting GameCube titles. That I think is gonna excite a lot of folks. I was thinking about, like, man, what GameCube games they could bring to add for the GameCube app for Switch 2. And like one of the first titles I thought was Eternal Darkness. Like, even though I have the original already, physical. I feel like it would be neat if they bring back Eternal Darkness. Let me try something real quick. Oh no. Try to lightly smooth it out. I'll have to redo that part again. was supposed to hop back to Four Swords Adventures, which would be another GameCube title, but that's another game that I feel like would benefit for Switch 2. The thing with the GameCube app for the Switch 2 is that it's going to allow for the game chat feature. Where if you team up with other folks on your friend list, they could join in and then you could voice chat on the system without a need for another like piece of accessory. It's just a microphone is built into the system, just like we speak. I do like the even in the reveal trailer for Mario Kart World, I really like some of the outfits that they gave to some of the characters. Luigi would have like the farm outfit, so he looks like a farmer. And Peach's outfit was a very stylish one, very street, like sort of active wear. But yeah, I expect I don't know, whole variety of different outfits, like how they did for Mario Kart Tour, the mobile game. I felt like Mario Kart Tour had so much content as opposed to 8 Deluxe. Like we were still waiting for content to release on 8 Deluxe. Alright, I think I want to extend the eyebrow there a bit. Oh, another thing that this app doesn't have is that we cannot zoom in. So whatever you make on the canvas, it's got to be like within that one small space. Like there's no zoom in, there's no zoom out, there's no magnifying glass. I guess you can just use the Windows magnifying glass, but even then, it's not like how the you know, the bigger apps would allow you to do. Alright, we gotta go big eye. Check real quick. feel like I gotta save more often. Oh yeah, this is waterfall that I drew last time. I like this little pumpkin here. Handcuffs. that was a fun little match. Palm trees. Palm trees and the palm. I feel like I could have drawn like the palm tree in the palm instead of on the fingers. Bojack there. Get a witch hat. Almost like a pillow fight. There's a frog. Alright, let's go back. Halloween pumpkin game? Yeah. What, the carving one? I definitely want to get back to that once like September or October arrives. Yeah, that's a neat little game. Kind of want them to add a little more to each of the worlds. I guess the wagon ride is like one neat little feature. I was doing like 2-hour long recording of your in storage. Nice. Yeah, I think I was like on there for like 3 days straight. And then into Halloween. Oh, I was a bit hooked on it. Neat little game. Fix the eyes a bit here. Yeah. Let's recolor this thing here. Just gotta make it look so ghost-like. Really gotta fix the eyes. Yeah, they would do like an annual carving contest. Oh my gosh, kind of difficult to make these lines up here. Oh boy. Ba, 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 ba. Alright. I was kind of shaping up a little bit. Yeah, I feel like this might just end up being like a 2-part session. I think I may have to open up or wake up tomorrow. Early tomorrow. And then hop back onto this. It's already close to 1 AM. Probably go for maybe another hour, we'll see. Yeah. Not often I get to do like 2 drawings, or 2, work on the same drawing within a week. But when there's like a deadline that I want to, you know, put this out there, I gotta get it out. Gotta get it out there. Man. This song was also on Twitch Sings too. Do 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 do. Man, looks like we're dropping a whole lot of frames. Okay. I wonder because it happened during the raid or something. It must have. I feel like for art streams, it might not be necessary to do 60 frames. I'll probably just output it to like 30 frames next time. And then like maybe reduce the bit rate a little bit. Like it doesn't have to be like too high of a quality. Because it's not a moving image, you know. God, is almost hypnotizing right here. Our Mona Lisa is hypnotizing, that's for sure. The Mona Lisa. Maybe I should add that to the title. Man, it was so hype when they started adding Disney songs to Twitch Sings. Like everyone was on it. DuckTales, Aladdin, Lion King. The few songs that were missing was with a Goofy movie. Oh, speaking of which, there's a new documentary based on a Goofy movie. It's up on Disney Plus. I intend on maybe watching that documentary. Apparently, they filmed. The film was supposedly gonna release back in 1994, and then it got delayed another year because they had to because it was like a dead pixel, like a third of the film or something like that, or like a big portion of the film, as they were you know, making the animations. There was like a dead pixel, and then they had to redo it again, removing the dead pixel. So it took like another year to get it. But yeah, the new documentary is up on DLive Plus. I'll definitely have to check the rest of it. Oh, there's Transformers. I'm not sure this is the right color. Oh. You got the touch. You got the power. Oh, that would have been awesome to add that song for Twitch Sings. Man, I miss Twitch Sings. Sadly, man, all the collabs, I didn't get to save all my own collabs. Like, I wish I could have, like, spent some time to record each of the songs I like on there. Cause those instrumentals, like, you don't find that version anywhere else. Especially for some of those songs you don't see. I even searched through the YouTube, you can't find those songs. Like some of those songs. The more obscure ones, I think. But I was really proud of the ones that I did. The ones I submitted for the duets. But man, That was the time. Oh, I was glad I was able to like stream it. I think from like 2018 was the beta, and then it went all the way towards like 2020 or 2021 maybe. That was like 2021 when they. I'm trying to get this nose correct. I'm trying to think of how it would look like if I go the cross hatching style, like how you see on like US dollar bills. Like that would be an interesting art style to go about. It should be, I think I should probably cover over this, the different shade. Just this one eye here. I think the eyelashes are pretty important into shaping how the eye would look. And we just gotta add the highlights and stuff. Do, 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 do. Be careful with this color here. I feel like the highlights should probably come in yet until I've finalized where, you know, some of the you know, the eyes, the ears and stuff will be located. Even this, I'm not even sure yet. But even adding this would just give me a sense of how it could end up looking. We'll see. Yeah, I think the highlights should be something that I would add later on. But at least it would have yeah, we just add more color, more dimension to the face, I guess. Otherwise it would look too 2D. More 2D than I want it. I gotta have a little bit more pink on this side. The blemish. Imagine if I start becoming like a makeup artist. Shouldn't add too much. Oh, we gotta go a little lighter. I think the entire face got to be like a little bit lighter. Alright. It's definitely coming out for sure. Bum, 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 bum. I think I like the dots idea. But once I start to smoothing it out, it's like, I don't want to go back to the dots idea. Although I feel like the dots might look too much like freckles. A little too strong there. Start to curve down here. Oh right, the mic setup tonight is just not. I feel like I should have mentioned this earlier, but we're using a mic setup, a different mic setup this night. So it's not my it's not the headset I'm wearing right now, but it's the other half headset that is split in half that is set on the desk. Alright, I think these eyebrow part would go downward. Yeah, I don't know how we're getting so many drop frames. It goes down for a minute and then and it picks back up. Well, the connection might also be in part to why that's happening. See that? We're getting there. It's definitely getting there. I feel like this might just be an improvement of the past drawing that we did. Seems a bit more zoomed in. I think the tough part is going to be adding the the gold part of this cape. Why I still have a Young Turks Club here written. Looks like it's a little more reddish around the cheeks, I think. But go in there lightly. Nope. Gotta lighten this part up. Smoothing it out. Bum 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. The size of the lips should be a little bit bigger. So you can actually reshape it. think the lips is going to be probably one of the best parts. I think both the eyes, the lips, probably be the most shiniest. You gotta have the shinies. There we go. I think we just reshaped the lips a bit. Nope. Gotta have the creases of the lips as well. Save a little bit there. Wow. I feel like the connection is just not so great tonight for some reason. I feel like the connection keeps on dipping. Momentarily, I think. No idea why. Alright, let's see. Just gonna add some blonde to the hair. I think going for the light yellow there is probably the way to go. Maybe more lighter. Man, I still feel like the hair is gonna take a whole lot more time than the rest of the image. But I feel like the yellow, it's a nice accent, like secondary accent. Complements the pink and purples very well. Like back in 2021. No, not 2021. Back in 2001. Yeah. Back during the AIM days, there'd be like one person that would chat with that would use pink background and yellow font, which is a great combination, I think. Even at the time, I was like, wow, that's a really nice combination. Color-wise, you know, artistic-wise, sort of blends in, or meshes well together, I think. But the yellow stands out from the pink. That's an oldie but goodie. Yeah, it's weird. Whenever I move the cursor back and click it back onto the app, it starts to lag. It's like OBS is trying to capture the entire sequence as it comes back. Strange. Maybe they'll have to, like, the developers of this app, they have to continue to push out updates to patch so it runs more smoothly. Doobie doobie doobie. Yeah, we're gonna be definitely gonna be changing the hair. Yeah, we're gonna be definitely gonna be changing the hair. Use the color of the hair. I still gotta figure out whether or not I want to have the hat or. Maybe I should. I think having the hat on would differentiate it from the previous drawing. like that for sure. But something that I'm like contemplating on. So the hat might just be like a third of the way through. Then I'll have to like cement. But we'll see. I don't know. Once we get there. Possibly by tomorrow, I think. Come back. Little sample of the the strand of hair that's pretty soon it's going to be the standard color for the majority of the hair. So enjoy it while it's still dark. I imagine this is how the, you know, people of this color hair or hair of you know, this type would look like when it's like drenched in water and stuff. So the color may look a little darker than it should, but when it's like dried and, you know, flowing in the wind and stuff, it may shine a little more. Sadly, this app doesn't allow us to zoom in, so I can't really go into detail for each, like, you know, clump of hair or strand, or whatever they're called. All right. Here, I'm gonna BRB real quick. So I'll be back in a minute. It's been a good 3-hour session so far, and I do intend to go for maybe another half hour, so we'll be back. I'll leave it on the screen here for a bit. Alright, be right back. Unboxing video uploaded back in August 2nd or August 22nd, 2009. I was living at a different place. Yeah, and then there you go. Even got the computer screen in the background with ᵄⁿᵒ Instant Messenger in the background while listening to a podcast at the time. So yeah. There was an early copy that I picked up at GameStop, like a couple days early, I think. Then I streamed it that same night, or roughly around the same night. And yeah, this is the exact copy that's in that video. This is the exact copy that I have in my hands in that video, which is surprising. 15 years later. Yeah, I'm not sure what else. Whoa, was it ᵇᵒ? Doorknob. Clinic. Round metal doorknob. That seems to be the one missing from the clinic's door. The metal is tarnished, and it feels cold and heavy to touch. I like how the doorknob, the way they present the image there, it's like right over the head of the doctor. It's like a doctor with a doorknob as a head. I'll screenshot this for later. Doorknob head. Ooh, moths. The recent Rings film. I know not many people have seen the new, you know, the latest Rings film, but I'd rather have like brand new titles, unless it's like an old title that hasn't seen a new release in a long time, like say like the Wii era. Oh, that's weird. Must have pressed the mic button twice. Yeah, that was the Silent Hill F drawing I ever did. I came back and I saw like 2 Mario Kart Wii game bundles just like stacked just right behind me. Oh man. Wonder if I maybe should go for a little darker color, purple, around the corners here. But yeah, there's a bunch of games just like stacked on top, like bunch of boxes, not just games, it's like phone boxes and stuff like that, just stacked up on top of each other, and creating this like this tower. some VHS back there as well, but yeah, I gotta clear that before I continue to do like VR streams and stuff. Definitely need to make more room in general. All right, let's get back to some of the hair. Oh, wrong color. Yeah, we definitely need more space back here before we do more VR stuff. I also kind of need a new mouse pad. I've got this zombie farm mouse pad I've been using for the past like few years. I should put this zombie farm in. I actually use this for the other mouse, but since I'm not using the other mouse too often, I'll just like place it under here for a bit. Oh wow, now it's moving a lot smoother. Just gotta have like a proper mouse pad to move more smoother than without the mouse pad. Or else just be the desk. And the desk is like pretty, I don't know, it's like rigidy and I don't know how, it's like more rougher surface. So sometimes the drawings don't come out the way I like it due to that roughness. But we still manage. Alright, back to I was gonna bring back to the topic of like maybe trying to show off my my music collection. Probably sometime in the near future. If Twitch still has like the Y2K category and the halls category, I think I might use either one of those categories to maybe show off my music collection. All my trance CDs, all my K-pop, my Thai pop, got a whole bunch of CDs and cassette tapes, some vinyl here and there, and maybe I'll, I think that would make my opportunity to show off my music collection. And then along with that, I can probably show my game collection, which is, I don't know, it will probably be like, I don't know if I want to display it on a shelf or anything. I think bringing boxes in and just like, go one by one for each game, maybe talk about each game, I'm not sure. I mean, I kind of do that anyway whenever I bring back an old game and stuff. So when I went BRB, there was like a clip of ᵈᵒⁿᵃ that we streamed just last year for the 15th anniversary of the game's release, where I would talk about like when I last broadcasted it the first time to the world. It's on a different site called Ustream. It's an old streaming site. So back in 2009, we got an early copy of ᵈᵒⁿᵃ. Hey there, Catley, welcome back. And there's some archive footage of it, 2.9, and then it's been carried over to the YouTube before they allowed for like 15 minutes of footage. 15 minutes of footage was like the max amount per video at the time, unless you had like a producer account. But that's what we had to deal with back then. So not all the clips were carried over due to that limit. It's limitations that makes you know, exporting videos. Oh, the app just like froze there for a bit there. But yeah, so many limitations, I feel like, just causes a lot of issues, you know? You can't archive all the videos you can. And now that Twitch is like, you know, enforcing the 100-hour limit, the platform is like, man, gotta start deleting those videos that I highlighted. Otherwise, like, man, was it worth highlighting all those past streams, you know, for the past like 5 years? This platform. And I need to get back to doing that too. I haven't even started deleting them yet, but yeah, come the 19th, I think that's when they start deleting them automatically. So before that date arrives, I need to go through all the videos and yeah, continue to make sure that they've been mirrored to YouTube, which for the most part they have been mirrored. We've been multi-streaming to both places for the most part. Majority of like 2019 and onwards, but even before that we've been doing that. But some of it don't get archived though. Now that I sort of start regretting it, I think once I realized, man, even though some of the once we started stepping into like the HD era, I started not to care too much about, like, you know, archiving the videos, but I think once we had the new PC set up, and then we started putting up like more higher quality videos for stream in HD and 720p and higher, and then now we're doing like 1080p. I feel like I should archive them more properly, you know. I didn't even get to colorize the background there. It should be like a lot more darker. Let's see if we can get some more blacks in there. Hey there, ᵇᵈᵃ. How you doing? Should be a lot more dark colors here. I think most of the light source is coming from the left side. I feel like it doesn't have to be as accurate. I can also make it more stylized. I can give the hair like a totally different color than, you know, what is naturally considered. But yeah, we'll see. Or add some, you know, extra stuff here and there that is not actually there. I feel like even doing art is probably not the best category to stream on. I feel like if you don't network with other art streamers, like I don't think there's like enough interest to view this sort of thing. But I don't know. I guess it all depends on the broadcaster, whatever they want to do for their channel. I feel like people should feel free to do whatever they want, as long as it's not, you know, as long as it's not TOS, you know, as long as it's not against TOS, it should be fine. And as long as they can find the right category to stream into, it shouldn't matter what the subject would be. But I feel like I tend to go for like a more niche category. Niche. And not only that, but like the timing of it. Like I don't think there'll be like many folks who are like looking for that specific thing 1 or 2 a.m. night, you know. So I don't know. I think maybe if I hop on during the day tomorrow. Might be more folks. I'll see. Just gonna wake up a little earlier. We got probably another half hour. Don't want to go too long now. At least we got to test out the video settings for OBS. Seeing that it does lag a little bit. Kind of similar to how I have it set up on the other PC. If I have the bitrate up this high, it may take up a lot of the memory. Especially when I'm running an app like this, where I'm constantly clicking in it. Because I'm doing art within that app. Yeah, this hair is going to take a while to get through. I should leave most of the hair parts for tomorrow or something. As long as we got the face and the hair and stuff, I think we're good to go for tomorrow. I want to save the eyes for the last part. I think for the majority of my drawings, I like to keep the eyes like for the last part, the last thing to do. Aside from the signature, but yeah, it's like one of the last things I do is the finishing the eyes. I think the hair here should be a little wider. Little overload. Keep getting that little alert over on OBS. Oh, my monitor's about to shut off. So need to save. Oh yeah, I forgot about the ballet here. The ballet shoes. Ooh, coffee. Probably not the best copy drawing that I've done. Let me see what else. Another espresso there. Dinosaur. Let's go through some of the past, like doodles that we drew. This flamingo. Ruby. This was a California raisins here. Some crab. A very quick drawing too. Ladybug. I don't know why Ladybug was on there. I think the prompt was money, but I don't know why the Ladybug was there. Oh, maybe it was Ladybug was one of the prompts, so I combined the two together. But the prompt that actually popped up was money. It was catfish. Oh, man, the app was like lagging there for a bit. Little cute lettuce, cabbage. Look at this one kill. Duct tape kind of look like a toilet paper roll. I try to add like a duck beak to it too. Whack. Some more over here. Oh, virtual reality. We are VR. Virtual reality. This is my melody. I don't think I even got to post this one, did I? I may have not posted that. That was one I did. It's a little doodle. Sunrise. Cuckoo. There's the Wario one. Bart Simpson backpack. Elf. Chihuahua. Ren for Chihuahua. Spades. There's someone else's drawing here. I don't know why they save like other people's drawings. Oh, it's Martini. Ooh, cute donkey. There's a new film. There's a new horror film called The Breed Apart, which is a follow-up to The Breed, Wes Craven film about like killer dogs and stuff. Probably not recommended to watch if you're a big fan of like pets and stuff, but yeah, they're making a follow-up film for that from Lionsgate label. Cute beetle. A rolling pin. Surprised a lot of people got that one, but again, you know, the point of it is to have people guess what the prompt is. I don't think this was my drawing, is it? Let's delete this one. The further down we go, I think they increased the limit of how many images would be saved automatically. Leaving ones that were not my drawings, like this one here. You can tell which ones are not, because they would have a line like that for the prompt. But yeah. Donut. I don't think this was mine either. I think this was somebody else's. But I do like seeing the donuts. Here's shrimp. Oh, here's another cute lettuce. I started adding these cute faces here to them. Oh yeah, cotton candy. Cool. Wait, this was not my drawing, was it? I do like that drawing. It's pretty cool. I don't think this one is even mine either. That's a pretty cool drawing, though. Delete this one. I wonder if maybe because we have so much saved here, and that might be what's causing the lag. So let's do this. Well, yeah, I don't. Not much of a stick figure drawer. Unless the prompt is stick figure. Oh my gosh. I think I recall whose drawing this was. The person who drew that usually goes for like a very what do we call it again? Abstract? Yeah, abstract. Meatball spaghetti. Juice. Octopus there. There's a Terrifier drawing. See, all of these that have been saved in the history, it's just like, okay, so this is where it starts to end. So unless I save them to favorites, that's when they save the images. So anything before that, they would just automatically get erased. So we reached the end here. So hopefully this would lessen the lag a little bit. Now we're trying to troubleshoot the lag. All right, let's go back up. But yeah, this will, you know, at least I get this view of some of the images before they do erase automatically. Otherwise, if I don't save into favorites, they won't be saved. it'll just auto delete. So I gotta go to each individual one that I want to save as favorite and then add it to favorites. Alright, let's go back. I don't know why some of them are faded out. It's weird. Lightning. This was a very obvious one. It was pretty fun when I drew it. Tuxedo. I didn't get to do it correctly there. Hazmat suit. Fire flower. Oh my gosh, a Cyclops. An archer and a fish. I think 2 of those prompts popped up, but I guess I must have tried to combine both of them together. There's Pickle. Whoop. Oh, this was mine as well. Okay. Was this mine? I feel like this was not. Or maybe it was, I don't know. Alright, let's remove this one. It's weird to how it's like just a single dot. Translator. Niño. Niño. Was this? I don't know whose this was. Atmosphere. Maybe this was my arrow. Some more pillows. Even more fun than a pillow fight. The marionette. Submarine. Some ice fishing. Some red curtains. Do you like the ear and tear one? Ear and tear. Oh man, the grip. This makes me hungry. Oh man. Already 2 a.m. Alright, I don't know why it doesn't continue to save. Oh, it's saved in the favorites. I see. It saves in the favorites. So not in history. Okay, so now it saves in the history. Just gotta like swap back and forth just to refresh it. Alright. Wow. This is a good way to like zoom out so I can see how the progress is looking like before I go back in there. Or also when it's like zoomed in full canvas, it might not be as you know. Yeah. Alright. Let's add a few more highlights and then we'll log off. We'll have to start ending it soon. Gotta get some of that golden blonde in there. I do like some of the warm colors. Can't really do like a hard yellow. You gotta get a little bit of orange in there, you know? Kind of like how the yellow they have for this app. And that sort of like orangey, like the orangey yellow. Maybe not too orangey, but you know, gotta have that warm yellow in there. I think I just have to expand the hair a little more back here. Keep in the waves in there as well. Gotta have the waves. Gotta love the waves. It's like wave race. Wave race. Oh, I feel like I need to play that theme. Gotta get the wave race theme in there. Let's see. Here we go, wave race. I think adding the dark spots ahead of time allows for, I don't know, more detail, I think, for the strands to pop out in the dark. And you know, it just gives like a nicer contrast, I think, when it comes to like this kind of hair. There's more detail involved, so it's so difficult to do. Especially when it was like a lighter color hair, you know. It's like tough to make each strand look the way it should. Then again, like you can always stylize it. That is, if you're trying to go for like an art style, you know. But especially when it's like a 2D art style, it might not matter all much, but yeah, depends on each individual artist's art style. I kind of want the hair to like shine at some parts, reflecting the light, light source and stuff. I feel like I need to extend this remix a little more. Add some little more tunes here and there. I think for the most part, I got like the main theme down. Especially having the dun 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 dun. Like that part is the main melody that I wanted to add in there. Can't wait to get back into to the waves of Wave Race. Maybe around May or June. I think towards the end of May. I think once we're through with the Mario Party games, we'll probably hop onto some Wave Race, do some classic Wave Race on an SD4 app. Oh boy, yeah, I think tomorrow is gonna be like details of the hair, more on the face, and then we'll get to the hat. I think it's gonna require just the same amount of time that we have gotten in today. Maybe even more. Oh boy, ah man. Yeah, I just gotta start up early tomorrow. And then I gotta get it all archived, get the videos downloaded, and then turn it into a time lapse as soon as possible. I think that is the goal, I think, for this drawing. I don't know why I started it so late. Like I should have started a lot sooner. Yeah, we'll see. I think I'll make it a priority. I gotta go a little bit darker there. Oh man, I can't wait till Mario Kart World comes out. Definitely try to pick it up day one. Surely there'll be plenty of copies, but I might likely just get the bundle, the digital bundle with the system, since that's all they're offering. I think it would be much better deal if they just do physical with that bundle. I think it's fair. But having it digital, oof, I don't know. That just makes me want to, I don't know, wait for a sale and just pick up a physical version. Hopefully it wouldn't be much of a difference transferring over to the physical, because I would rather have the physical than the digital. But just to get on day one, I think it's important, really important. I think there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna be on it day one. And I definitely want to be one of the first to stream that game, showcase it. I just wish that they just bring that Switch 2 over to PAX East. That way, in May, we'd already be able to play it, you know, at PAX East Expo Hall. This year, I think for PAX East, they only have the Pokemon booth. There won't be any Nintendo booth from where from what I've seen. Taking a look at the schedule and all the exhibitors, and Nintendo is not one of them. So it's gonna be like one of those years without Nintendo, where it's just like Pokemon, you know. They would normally have a Pokemon like every year, but yeah, this unfortunately might be one of those years where it's just no Nintendo booth, it's just Pokemon booth. I think they haven't been at PAX East like for the past couple of years. At least 2020 was like the last memorable one. Then they have Pokemon, like 2 Pokemon booths I think last year, and the year before that or something like that. Oh no, they had Nintendo Versus, yeah, that's what it was. Which were just old games, you know, but they were passing out some pins, and that's about it. But man, if they were to just bring Switch 2 over, I think it would make PAX East a lot more enjoyable. Probably one of the biggest, probably one of the busiest PAX East I think in past years. There hasn't been one as big as 2012, I think, as a PAX East. Or even 2020. Like there still has yet to be like another PAX East post 2020 that would match 2020 when they brought in Animal Crossing for the world to see. Okay. Alright. It is now getting late. Do need to start calling it. So I'll say this. I think I'll come back to this tomorrow. I'm trying to hop on early though. I'm not sure what time but it'll likely be in the daytime. So we'll hop back on tomorrow, and then we'll continue with this drawing. And hopefully I get to finish it in time. Alright. Thanks all for jumping on in. Gonna take off for now. Have yourselves a wonderful night and or day. See you next one. Later.